Hello, everyone, and once again, we are back again to another day of live streaming and another wonderful interaction to whoever passes by. Um, just trying to catch up with a few of my other messages, so just decided to come in just on the nick of time. So, yes, welcome to everyone over here who will be here soon, and hoping we will have a nice, good interaction as we have been doing. Yesterday was a wonderful time, yesterday evening and the morning as well. And yesterday evening, I had many new people that had come on, so new viewers, three new viewers, which was really very nice. And let's see this morning how it goes. And later this evening at 5 o'clock my time, I'll be having another live stream. So that's it. Let me just put in a welcome message. Okay, so let's pin that message. Okay, message is pinned. Already two likes. And welcome, Pita. Hello to you. Good morning to you. Um, it's sad that you did not have a good sleep last night. Um, and also good you have a couple of days vacation. So between semesters. So you can have good rest. So Pita, take good rest as well. Okay. And try to get a lot of sleep as much as you can because your body needs it. You've been overworking yourself in this last semester and before as well. So, yeah, take good rest. And thank you for being on my live stream, Pita. Appreciate that. Hello, Manang. Thank you so much, Manang. Nice to see you. Yes, Manang, it's morning for me because I am in Thailand, so it is still morning for me. So, good morning to you as well. Yes, Manang, thank you so much. Always happy to see you here. Manang, I just wanted to ask you, I see very often you come on silent live stream, and I do not find many people like viewers as when you are actually going live. Is it worth doing that? Are you getting a lot of watch hours for just a silent live stream? Because when you are there and you are talking on the live stream, then I notice the viewers are a lot and lots of people interacting on that live stream. Just trying to find out, different information from, when you Google or you go to YouTube help, you don't get that much precise information. But, asking other YouTubers, their experience, then, you learn a lot more from that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Manang. Are you sick or something? Or just visiting somebody in the hospital? Do take care, Manang. If you're sick, we'll remember you in our prayers also. Hope you get well. Remember Pita, let her get well also. Take care, Manang. Okay, take care. Bye. Get well soon. If you're sick, then get well soon. All right. I'm thinking of what to do to change my backdrop. It's difficult. There's no nails or anything. It's difficult to hang it up, but I'm seeing how to change my backdrop. At least a little bit in between, like some change. Let's see how it goes. Maybe this evening. By this evening, I get it up. But I still have quite a lot of things. I did my packing for what bag I was supposed to be taking to Canada and another bag to leave here, and it's very inconvenient to reach it and open it. I have to remove everything from the top, and then get my bag out. So I was trying this morning to get out my file. I need to photocopy and send the copies to that those people, so the bag I was supposed to take to Canada, I put my hand in and I was able to see the file. But the file where I took out some certificates which I will require, over here, and I kept it in the other suitcase. But I'm looking in that baggage, I'm trying to feel around, I just cannot find it. So, after the live stream, I'll have to remove everything and pull my bag out and then have a look at my bag, So, yeah, I need to pull that file out, take out my some certificates, and take it with me. Like, I'll take that file and then pull out the certificates, get it copied, put the certificates back, and bring the file back home. So, yeah, let me see now. So let's see how that goes. I will do as soon as my live stream is over. So the theme I've kept is like, where do you think your money is safe? Where do you think your money is safe? Uh, I guess I guess in a way the safest thing is to keep it in a bank. You do not get much interest from the bank, but at least you think like, or at least majority feel like it is the safest place. And I think also personally, I think like the bank is the safest place. But then, if you read, sometimes banks also go out, so what happens then? All your money is gone. And recently there was a big scare of US banks, and US banks going into a bad situation, and people were asked, even, to big scare to withdraw your money, and those kind of things. So again, you think like, oh, hi Alex, welcome Alex, welcome Alex. uh, I know, I can see your videos, you're enjoying Pangasinan. It's a beautiful place. So keep enjoying your holidays, and okay, Philippine Alex from Philippine Adventure says the best place is to invest in property. Yes, I think property investment is it's good, because even if there's recession and there are times when the value of the property goes down, but ultimately I think there will always be a boom, because people always are looking to buy, sell, rent. Uh, Downsize, upsize. So I think, yes, I think that's a good investment, but it has to be a very wise way of handling property. You have to really do it carefully, do a lot of research and things like that, and invest in a proper place. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, I'll give you an example. Once when I went back home for a holiday, And I decided, like, since we are in Dubai earning money, we can, at least start paying installments and things like that. So what I did was I went and booked up. I went to see a particular place, and it was very beautiful. It was coming up very nicely. And what they were going to do is they were going to build a clubhouse, in that area. They were going to build a clubhouse, and that area was developing very well. So what I decided, like, okay, let me go and meet the builder and find out. So I met the builders, and we checked everything and all, and they had many reputed, buildings set up before, and colonies. So then I decided, I said, okay, let me go. Now, when I looked at the plans, what I had something in my mind. I looked at two one bedroom. They were all kind of one bedroom. So I looked at two one bedroom, which was side by side, and I thought to myself, later on I can break down the wall, break down the wall and make it into a three bedroom, because there will be an extra kitchen, you know. So I can make it into a three bedroom place, and the living room can be connected and made into a nice big living room, like. So that was my idea. So I bought that place, and then I came home, and then I began to think about my sister, and I sent her the plans, and she was in Dubai working. I sent her the plans, and I told her, check and see. If you want, I've booked these two, I've reserved it. If you want, I can get one changed onto your name if you're interested, like. And then she said, yes, she would be interested in it and all. And we arranged that, it would be on her name, and we got it done. Then what happened, that builder and his mother-in-law, who was also helping with the company, they murdered somebody. And that created a big court case. And because of that court case, all the upcoming construction was seized and frozen. So their accounts, their everything was frozen. So construction stopped. Nothing was doing for many, many years. So in the end, what we decided to do, just withdraw the money and this. So lucky my mom was there, and she went around and she was fighting, and with them, and finally she managed to get the money back for my sister and myself. Whatever booking and installment we paid first, she got it back. So reputed builder, but you never know when something goes wrong. Also, another thing is, like, when my kids were coming with me back again from somewhere, we passed another particular place which is growing very fast and not far from where we had a house. And they just saw the name Disney Park, and they were very fascinated with the word Disney. So they said, "Oh, Daddy, why you bought in that faraway place? You should have bought here. It is so close and all that." So believe me or not, I went to find out about that also. So now, since my sister was, going to be investing in one of the flats that I had booked, I said, let me book this one over here, which is closer. Maybe later on I can sell that or sell this or something. So I booked this property in Disney Park. I booked, and believe me, we started paying the installments, and we were coming to, like, to the final part. And then I realized that buildings all around was coming up, but not the building that we had booked was not coming up. The buildings, the villas, everything was coming, but not this one. So when my wife happened to go down and back home and check, then she discovered, they said, like, there was a lot of water and rocks which they had not discovered before. The engineers did not discover that in this. They must have checked in some places and found it okay, but where our building was supposed to come up, that is where our condo building was supposed to come up. There was a lot of problem underneath, and they had to first contain it and make sure other the foundation for the other buildings will become weak. So that took a long time. In the end, we got fed up and tired, and we stopped. And believe me or not, we got back part of our money. But then the main owner died. His wife, who was first the secretary in that same company, she took over then the business. And she was a rogue. She was always moving from house to house, changing a house. But my wife used to somehow or the other find out where it is, ask the watchman, ask this one, ask that one, and land up at a place. And she used to be very surprised how my wife found out where she was living. And long story short, in the end, she gave us a very big check for the remaining amount. But when we put it in the bank, it bounced. but we are not living there. We were working in Dubai. So we came to know that it bounced only after a long time. We came to know that it bounced, and in India, bouncing check is a fraud, is a crime. But there is no play. We had no time to go there and fight the case and everything. We were actually in Dubai. We were working there, so we didn't really have time to do all that. With the result, we lost our money. So even that was a very reputed builder. The builder was good, but his wife was a real rogue. And unfortunately he died and his wife took over. So we lost money there also. So property also, you have to be very very careful, very very careful, and check out properly everything about that. Yes, if you think about, let me see, anything more you mentioned in your comments about that. Because if you think about buying ready property, keep it for some time and then just sell it off, then perhaps uh, that might be good. Yes, Alex, putting money in a bank is a no. Correct. It doesn't pay much. You have to always keep money where you can earn, where you can get something, a benefit out of that money. But then you have to be careful into what schemes you put it into, like I invested in cryptocurrency, but I think I was following all the wrong people, with the ideas they are mentioning. And I should have just bought cryptocurrency and I should have just held it. I should have just kept it, what they call hoggle. So that is what I should have done. But unfortunately, I just got roped into this idea of making extra money, so that way in the beginning, like, I lost a lot. So I have not recovered from cryptocurrency. But I just kept a few, but I hardly had anything left. And I just carry on with what little bit of coins I have. I just keep that, but it's nothing much to boast about. And so yes, I agree with you also. But you have to really be careful about property. You have to be careful in what investment. Many people invest in stocks and shares. That also you have to be careful of, right? Like many years ago, I was renting with someone. My wife and myself, we were renting, and they were doing a lot of stocks and shares. So they got us interested, and we invested a small, not big, small amounts we invested in the shares. But then when I went to Dubai for a job and we, stayed in Dubai for many years, then it became a problem because, you know, we never looked into the shares, and, we never looked into all that. And after some time, one day when I went back home and I was settling up and I found all these shares, I said, I must, find out about it. And so many companies had closed down by that time. So many companies had closed down. Then the shares were all like a time frame shares, like cumulative and all that. So they were time shared. So the time had elapsed, and passed and all that. So in the end, I said, now this we are earning much more money compared to what was invested. Where to go chasing, and we cannot do that from Dubai. So I said, where to go chasing, and trying to recover that money. Let it be. God has blessed us. We have got good jobs in Dubai. Our salaries are much better. So, forget about that money. Let it be. So, so that is it. So I have done all these kinds of investments, but I found like the bank was good. Whatever little bit you have, you get back. That is good. When I visited Philippines, yes, I went to see some. In that was in 2019. I went and saw some condos. I went and saw some houses. And what surprised me a lot, Alex, in Philippines is that the condos are more expensive than houses. Like I saw houses which have independent, it's even independent. You have downstairs, and down they had like the living room. Okay, they had a living room. They had a small CR. Okay, they had just a CR, like no shower and all, just a CR. They had that, a living room. They had that, and they had the kitchen. And then they had a little space outside where you can have a dirt kitchen also. Like Filipinos also have, like Thai also have an extra dirt kitchen for cooking outside instead of inside the house. So they had a little place there, and you could do that. and you could have, and you could set up your laundry machine, washing machine and all that, connection behind. So they had a place for that. Upstairs, when you went up the stairs, they had three bedrooms. uh, One was an okay bedroom, the other two were little smaller. Like, actually, you can say like two bedrooms is comfortable, but they had converted it into, and made it, some of them made it into three bedrooms and a full CR, full CR with shower and everything. So those houses were like very close to 2 million, 2 million pesos, so, and some of them were like, depending on where it was, like in Caloocan, even I saw in Caloocan, even for I think 1 million, 1.75 million, like, was that. So within 2 million, 2.5 million peso, you can get a nice place. And one more thing, they have a little land area where you can do gardening, and in front you have like a garage, you can, for parking your car, there's a driveway, you can park your car, sometimes enough to park two cars. And yes, a nice garden area and things like that. And many of them were in a gated community, so it was very nice. So, and yet when I went to see condos, condos are like 4 million for a one bedroom, 4 million. The the ceiling is so low. Okay, the ceiling is so low, and like 4 million pesos. Why would someone pay 4 million pesos for a small condo like that, when you can get like in 2 million, in half that rate, you can get a house all to yourself. Your neighbors are little at a distance, and you got land area around. So why would someone take a small condo, like, I don't understand that concept, why their condos are so expensive compared to houses. And condos, like, they are making a lot of money because they are putting up a building, and so many condos are in the building, so they are getting back their money. So why are condos more expensive than houses in the Philippines? I don't know. If you know, you can share some thoughts about that. If you have an idea and you can share some thoughts about that, it'll be nice, like, to know. But of course, that is for Philippines. So, that's what I looked at, like, that's what I looked at. So, yes, property, I think, is very good. Then, because of that, I began to look and plan a scheme. Like, I began to look and plan a scheme, not a scam, a scheme. Okay. And I worked out a kind of a budget, approximately, of course, based on what they were selling, based on what the builders were selling. But the builders are getting material and all that at a much cheaper rate because they are buying in bulk, right? But I just roughly made a calculation, and I saw that a person, if the person has the money, the person, and if you have a lot of land, many Filipinos own land from ancestry. They own land from ancestry. I found building houses, like, just build one house and sell it, and what you pay for the cost of building the house and selling it, you can get a good profit. And in Philippines, I have seen, it's all the block, they use those blocks to build. So I think in 3 or 4 months you can easily build a house. If it's working full time, you can easily build a house working just full time during the day. In 3 or 4 months you can get a house built, like, that's what I have noticed and seen there. So, you know, it means that you build a house, you can sell it in 3 or 4 months, and you've got your profit, right? And then I'm always with planning, and I'm always with Excel. I put everything on Excel. I don't do it in the mind. I keep it in Excel. I keep revising. I keep checking. I see cost of material, so I keep doing that. Of course, I stopped now, but I checked it at that time. Now with retirement, I cannot afford it. But when I was working, I was still looking into options, like what it is like. So I was just thinking, if for the future, like, I settle down and what I can do. Apart from the risk of houses, that you put it in a Filipino's name, you have to do that, and then she'll scam you and take away everything and go. And like some of the Americans, I was saying also, like an American destitute was robbed fully by his life savings and all the investment in the house and everything, and he landed on the streets, like, it's sad. So that's the only risk factor. to do the houses and do a business with that property. So that is a very big, risk for foreigners to do that. You get somebody, you finally find somebody who's really honest and all, then that's good. Like I see Dell has got somebody honest, and he's really doing well, like, and both of them, they are really well settled down. Many other Filipinos are well settled down, foreigners well settled down with Filipinos, I've seen it. But in my case, I've just had unhappy bad experiences, so I'm very cautious and careful, like, so it's that way. But anyhow, and now with my retirement, I do not have that much funds and savings, so I cannot, think about that now. But yeah, I worked it out, Alex. I worked it out, and it's very good, And like the way I worked it out, after you sell like about two or maximum three houses, you have enough money to invest like in a fourth house and also build a nice house for yourself. You get enough profits, enough money to do that. So that's what I just worked out. But then also it depends on where you're buying the land. But I like the provincial lives a little more. Not too much in the city. Little between city and province somewhere, like, so you get the best of both the worlds. So so I worked out. I worked out. I still have it with me on my Excel. Document. I still have that with me. So it's nice. I did that. So it's safer for if a foreigner has a condo, it's safer for him. He can buy the condo outright on his or her name. So, it's there in their name. So that is a safe thing, like, But I think it's a waste, you're wasting spending so much money on a condo when you can use the same 4 million, you can have a luxurious house for yourself, right? You can get a luxurious house with a lot of property, around, land around, can grow your own stuff, your veg, your fruit, your spinach, and whatever kind of things you need, herbs and all. You can grow all that yourself. So while I agree with you, Alex, it's also depending on a wise investment, wise property, or something like that, uh, good land, or whatever it is. So, yeah, there are risk factors there. But ultimately, like if those risk factors about people cheating and, whatever it is not there, I think it's a very lucrative property. Yes, I think it is good. My cat is busy trying to chase a gecko, but they have not caught any of the geckos. They they really run very fast up the wall. So yes, Alex, that's good. That's good. Like, um, if you're successful over there with property investment, then that's good. But yes, as Peter said, banking is the best. That's another thing. Like, for salaried people, I think for salary people, I think that's one of the best thing they look at is that I used to put like recurring deposit accounts, fixed deposit accounts, not keep it in savings because you get nothing out of it. But I used to keep a lot in recurring deposit accounts. So, the more you save every month you put in, you get a good amount back again. And a fixed deposit, of course, like, you don't break it, you break it, you suffer a loss. So just keep it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and you get it back. But then when you look at inflation, when you get back a good amount, let's say extra, but then with inflation, you have to think about inflation. So at that time, what will be the value of your money? You know, so that's why I agree with you about banks, because your value of the money after 10 years, because of inflation, what you may invest, let's say you invest 5,000 and you're getting even 15,000, but after 10 years your 5,000 had more value than your 15,000 after 10 years, right? Because of inflation. So yes, I agree, like, it's not really ideal for saving. But property, yes, property will always go up. Like, as I said, even recession or anywhere, it may come down, but property will always go up ultimately. It's like people said, invest in gold, right? Gold also, you invest. Ultimately, gold price will go up. You see what was the price of gold 10 years ago, you see what's the price of gold today. You see what's the price of land 10 years ago, you see housing per square foot, how much was it, and you see today how much it is. You will find it is higher. If you look at a broad spectrum period of time, you will find it's higher. you know Only during recession and those kind of things, when the bubble bursts, that prices may go down. And that is the time when people panic and they start selling. Like in crypto it happened. I held on to whatever little crypto I had. But then whenever I needed money, I sold off something, and then crypto took a dip for many for almost, I think, about 1.5 2 years. It was in quite a good dip, I don't look at it much. I don't bother, because then I don't want to be tempted again. I just want whatever little bit I have. Like, I don't even have one Ethereum. I don't even have one Bitcoin. I don't even have that much. So you can imagine. So, but it's okay. Whatever little bit I have, I keep it. Prices are now increasing. I saw the other day one flash notification came. So I saw prices are now increasing, but it's still not good. Like Bitcoin has reached 60,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin. And Ethereum had reached 4,300, I think, or 4,500 for one Ethereum. It had reached that. It came down to like even 700 and 900. It came down to that. And Bitcoin came down to, I think, a very low of 12 15,000, 20,000. No, 12 15,000 or something. Now it's gone up to like 40,000. I read the other day somewhere Bitcoin has gone up to 40,000, and Ethereum has gone up to just 2,000, 2,500. So they have still not reached their peak that they had about, say, 2 years ago. They have not yet reached their peak. So, but still, people who have bought years ago. I remember when I first got into this Bitcoin business, uh, I was stupid at that time. It One Ethereum was only 710 US dollars, 710. I think I have lost like thousands of dollars. Correct? I have lost thousands of dollars. And to think, like, in those thousands of dollars, how many Ethereums I could have purchased at that time and kept it. And think now, if I bought it for $710 today, even today when the value is only 2,500, I'm making almost more than three times the amount I paid, right? So it's good money. Imagine when it was over $4,000 and I sold it, I'm making like how much? Almost more than 5.5%, 5.5 times more I'm making. I should have done, but you're following people and it's new for you and you don't know, and you try to, when you try to do research, people say do research, before your investment. But how much research can you do? And you find one website says something, another website says another thing, and confusing, and people are showing you how they are making money. I was a fool, I was a fool to do that. When I see on Facebook or how much I used to post about that, and the memories come, Facebook, about that, I delete all those videos, all those postings, I deleted from the system. Don't want to have anything to do with that. Yeah, people made money, but if you have a lot of followers and they believe in you, you can make up the money. People later on will not be able to make as much money, because it's something like, it also works like the pyramid scheme. The pyramid scheme, if you're not used to what that is, it's like the fellow at the top is making the most money, and others who are joined, it's like taking from Peter and paying Paul, right? Taking from Peter and paying Paul, like, kind of, it's that way, like in Philippines, there must have been many schemes, but there was one scheme at that time in 2019 called Kappa, Kappa. Now, Kappa also, maybe they had this kind of a scheme going. I am not too sure. I'm just saying. It, maybe it looked like that. Okay, but they were paying high dividends, and I know personally of some Filipinos over there who were really making money. Right, they were really making money because it was paying high interest. And then Kappa did not close down. Kappa did not close down. The government closed it down. The government felt that this is a Ponzi, what they call a Ponzi scheme, Ponzi, Ponzi scheme. So A Ponzi scheme is taking from Peter and paying Paul, and that way, at some stage or the other, people are going to be suffering, the later on, the people who come will suffer. So a very good scheme, good interest rates, and things like that. And people I know, when I was there for the 3 weeks, I have seen people who have made that money. So it's not like I have not seen. So uh, it was good, but then finally the government closed it down. So in a way, they didn't close down. They didn't shut down and cheat people, but the government closed down. So when the government closed it, finished. They lost all their money. They never paid back anybody. So the government lost their money, I mean, people lost their money, and but that was closed by the government. So many schemes like this, the Ponzi scheme, the pyramid schemes, all that. So if you get onto it initially, everybody gets onto it, and you follow that scheme, that's very important. You must have faith in something, and you do it diligently. So like I had joined it, but I did not have any followers. How much I went to family and friends, I spread it out, come on, the sooner we join, the sooner we'll make the money. Like, yeah, somebody else down the line, but then we are not worried about down the line, right? Let us make our money, correct? That is important. But it did not work out for me. So whatever I had also, I lost. So I lost a lot in crypto. So later on, then I just, whatever I could afford, I used to buy now and then in little bits and pieces. Buy a little when it's not. I couldn't even afford to buy like one Ethereum. Let us say I could afford to buy, but I was foolish in saying that, let it be, let it be, let it be. So that's another thing, you have to take the risk. I took risk in wrong things, and I did not take risk in the right things to do, so, but I started buying in bits and pieces. So when the price went low, I bought, let's say I bought zero point 0.2 Ethereum, 0.2 Ethereum. I bought like at a low price. And then the minute it went up a little bit, I sold it off. So I did not get much profit because I'm just buying a small quantity, but I got some profit, right? So it's better to get even $1 profit than to get $1 loss, right? So after losing so much, I said it's better. Let me get it. Like just recently now, I needed money to buy some tickets. I did not want to go into the little more of the savings I had. So I looked at my Ethereum, and from here, there little bit I pulled out, and I sold off some things, and I sold off about $2,000, and I put it with little bit of my saving what I had. So I used that $2,000, and I went for my long 2 months vacation last year, because my Canadian flight was coming up, was very expensive. My Canadian flight was very expensive, and all the flights were going through Manila. I found the cheapest flights were all going through Manila. So what I decided, I said, let me take a ticket, Bangkok, Manila, Bangkok, and then let me take Bangkok to Canada. I come back to Manila, then Manila to Osaka, Japan. I come back to Manila, and then Manila to Cebu. I come back to Manila, and then I take my flight. Because all the flights were going via Manila. They were the cheapest flight. So why am I paying from Bangkok to go to Manila, go to Canada, then I have to come back to Manila and then come back to Bangkok. Then I'm going to go to Japan, again go to Manila, then go to Osaka, come back to Manila, again come back. I'm wasting extra money, I'm wasting extra time. So I decided the best thing to do will be, let me just take a Bangkok, Manila, Bangkok. And then from Manila, I'm going anywhere and coming, and the prices worked out very good. So everything worked out to, like, the flights worked out to about 3,000 Canadian dollars, So it was a very good rate, I got very good rate. Like Manila, Cebu, Manila. Then I added Manila, Cebu, Manila. I added last. That was not definite. Like I will go. I had to go to Canada. I had to go to Japan for the autism coast, experience I wanted to do. So I had to go those two. And then one day Googling, I found on Cebu Pacific. I got my flight to Osaka, Manila through Cebu Pacific. Very, very cheap flight. And then I got Philippine Airlines flight I got. very cheap from or Philippine Air Asia, I think one of them. I got a flight from there to Manila and back. Very cheap. I got it very cheap. So I booked my Cebu flight. Cebu I booked long ago, and last I booked my Bangkok Manila Bangkok because I needed to know from Manila if I'm going to Cebu as well. Then when will I go to Cebu? How long will I stay? And then then what day can I fly back again to Bangkok? So the Manila, Bangkok, Manila was the last ticket. Canada, I knew I had a definite date. I had to be there before a certain time. So I booked my Canada flight. Then according to my Canada flight, the day I was coming back, so I booked that day. Like when I'm arriving back in Manila, so I booked from Manila to Japan and back again. Japan I had to go for 1 month, so I booked. So I had those dates fixed. So that was my second booking, and I got a very nice, reasonable flight, and it's direct. And then I got my Cebu flight also at a very good rate. So then I booked a Manila Cebu flight, and then when I had all that done, then I booked my Bangkok Manila Bangkok. So altogether, it came up to only at about 3,000 Canadian dollars. So that was not bad. So yes, that is how I made those trips. But 2000, I had to withdraw. I had to withdraw the 2000 for from my crypto currency what I had. So I've still got a little bit left. So just about 1,000, 2,000 something I've got left. So let me see. I just kept it. I haven't gone in. I want to go in and see if the price is better than what I paid for it. Then I want to just withdraw something more. But I've got pittance, so even if I keep it and it goes down or it goes high, it doesn't matter. I can just leave it there. And it is on a Canadian stock exchange, a Canadian exchange, so that is okay. So even for tax purposes and all that they will automatically prepare the forms and send and all that, so no problem for that. So yes, so it's always nice to wisely invest your money. I saw a video talking about this investment. I'll share something that I have. Oh, let me see comments. I kept it at that comment for Alex, and I forgot to go back to the latest comment. Maya, welcome, Maya. Welcome to my live stream. Nice to see you here, Maya. Kamusta ka po? Maya, very helpful to me. She has been helpful, and I'm happy for that. And thank you so much, Maya, about that. So, yes, so talking about investment, not that I really enjoy Warren Buffett's videos or anything like that, but I do watch a little bit, and if I find it interesting, then. But he spoke about investment. Nowadays he seems to be coming out with something more logical. Okay, he seems to be coming out with something more logical. For me, it's more logical than his high funda before. uh People who have a lot of money, billionaires, trillionaires and all, they can manipulate the markets, right? So, but recently he came across about investment. He was talking, and I valued that, I valued that because now this is what Warren had to say, and it goes something like this. I maybe, little, maybe I've forgotten, and maybe I'm saying something a little different, but I think this is what he had said, and it was a very, very wise investment. He said, let us say, for example, you have $800. You have $800, and or maybe it's not Warren Buffett and somebody else. Okay, let me put that disclaimer out. I'm still not sure if it's Warren Buffett or somebody else, who said that. Okay, so I'm a little confused right now, because I saw this other guy. Because Warren Buffett would only speak, but this other guy was, or maybe he was trying to explain what Warren Buffett was saying and doing. So I have no idea. Okay, please, I'm confused at the moment. But anyhow, it came from someone reliable, and it was very good. So Supposing you have 800 US dollars, let's say, okay, they gave like, if you have 800 US dollars, most important thing is invest it in yourself. That's the first thing you need to do, is invest it in yourself. And I was wondering, invest it in myself? What? How will I invest it in myself? You mean by stock shares or that something else? So how do I invest it in myself? So he made the calculation was made, that person who was explaining, the calculation was made, and that person showed you calculation. If you put it into fixed deposit, if you put it into banks, if you put it into long term deposits, if you put it into property, if you put it into gold, if you put it into stocks and shares, so gave a little example of that 800 US dollars, and what are the dividends, what are the returns that you will get. And remember, there are so many things we cannot foresee, things like inflation, or things like that, we cannot really see, whether the market when the market will go down, how will it go down, how low will it go, how high will it rise again. So we cannot really see and predict all these things. So he gave a summary of all that and said, if you did this, this is your return after 1 year. If you did this, this is your return after 1 year. But what was the thing about investing in yourself? Do something, learn something, learn something, do a trade, do something which you can earn money with. So, like, let's say do a course on web designing. You spend your 800 US dollars on a course for web designing. So once you have got that knowledge, you know how to design webs, you can make money by designing, people's websites and all. You can make money for designing, correct? So that is what he meant by invest first in yourself, but invest in yourself with knowledge about something. So maybe you do some trade, you learn. I'm just saying, maybe you learn sewing, or you learn some machinery work, or you carpentry, or you learn something which you can use to earn money later on. You can do the work for others, like you do a course in electricals, like, so tomorrow something goes wrong, it's so easy. You just fix something for somebody, and you can make it to be a big issue, like, and charge, things like that. So you can make money with that knowledge. So that's what, he said. Like, I'm just saying, the other day, like, I saw one fellow with I saw this girl, Thai girl, was on the opposite side of the road, was pushing a motorcycle, like, and I was wondering, has it run out of gas? Has it a technical fault? What it is, like, and like, if you knew something, you could go across, you could check it. And there's another guy I saw once, also, stopped, on the way, and he was trying, but he did not know, what to do and all. So, like, you can always go and help them. You can help them and not charge them, of course. They are stuck. You don't charge somebody who's stuck and make money out of them, but you can help them, and they will appreciate, at least, you've done them some good work. And but you can use it professionally. You can use it, like, you can even open your own garage and things like that, and do repairs for motorcycles or cars, or things like that. So invest in yourself. Invest so that you can use that knowledge to earn money back. So you can always get back much more than that 800 pound dollars that you have spent, like, so that, I think, is a very wise investment. So put into your comments, whoever's on my channel and listening, put into your comments, or if you see a replay, or later on and all that, put into your comments. I would like to hear your comments about what I have said, and what that person, whether it's Warren Buffett or it's somebody else, and what do you think about this? Investing in yourself first. First invest in yourself, and then use that knowledge, whatever you have invested in, use that knowledge so that you can earn extra money. And I think that's one of the best solutions. That's one of the best things, like, and so let me think. When I have 800 US dollars, then let me think what I should do with it. So yes, I think, but that's something very good. I don't have a very good aptitude like for mechanical stuff and all, like, so I cannot do that. I'm quite interested, like, but web designing now has become very common, very common. So you, unless you go into something that is really good, and now today with AI and bots and all these kind of things, I don't know. I'm not so technical, so I cannot go into inventing my own app. Yeah, if I could go and invent my own app or invent my own channel or invent something, yes, I would do that, like, why not? But I don't have so much technical skill from those point of view. But few basic things, yes, a few basic things I would this. So let me see, like, if I ever have that kind of money, I there is no stopping studying. I keep studying, like, I keep studying. I've done my graduation, post graduation, I've done my doctorate. So there's no end to studying. You just carry on studying as much as you can, do whatever you want. I did a TESOL course, I did an online. When I was working with Carrier Canada, I did an online, but that's not so useful. It's only theory. For that, you need practical, air condition, humidifiers, heaters, how they work, like, so HVAC, what they call HVAC. So you need to know, in detail, practical, like, you need to know. And being working in the office, we never had access to time to go behind and and anybody to help you with learn the systems, how they work and things like that. Yes, for example, if I'm in Canada and do a course in forklift operator, then yes, you can get a good job, and it's quite a paying job, better than any other type of job, better than a cashier or a security guard or something. A forklift or forklift course, if you do and do that work, it's good, because in the warehouses, how to work the machinery, how to pile up the things nicely and how to set it down. And also a forklift of operator, if I learn that and go there and learn that, yes, I would benefit much more, like, so that's, I think, for me, I think so. Leave in your comments, leave what you think about that idea, investing in yourself. I know somebody also. I know somebody who has done a lot of courses and things like that, but never made use of that, never made use of that to expand, to expand and start something of your own. For me, I always say I have good ideas. In previous live streams, I've mentioned how I have helped people, like the stationery guy, how I helped him and how he has improved, and how he followed the suggestions and all the things that he has done, like, I mentioned about another Filipino who I helped, like, about how to expand the desserts. She was very good in making desserts. How, but now I don't know. She stopped correspondence, and I do not know what's happening. And anyhow, it was like I helped, and now it's left up to you, right? Whatever you want to do, it's left up to you. So it's that way. So uh, I've helped people. I've got lots of good ideas. I've helped people. I don't have capital to start. I don't have capital to start. And in the countries I am, I cannot make food and sell, for example. First of all, I'm not a good cook. I just about can make for myself to eat and consume, but I'm not a good cook. But I even tried people who are okay, can cook well. I gave them the idea. Why don't you start? Here I even send them some money. Make a start for yourself. Uh, you know, if you cook and sell food also in the Philippines outside your house, I saw, when I went to Philippines, that lady, I mentioned this before, that lady only sold lunch. And after lunch, the shop was closed. And she only made about three dishes and rice. So after lunch, shop was closed. She opened late in the morning, that too. And in about 2 to 3 hours, everything like whatever she sold is over. And lunchtime, closed the shop and I never opened it again till next day. So must be making good money just by doing that, like, so I encourage so many people, and that's something like, you start with small. You don't have to have like 10 dishes and all that, and let it go to waste. Then you need storage to keep it, and then next day you're selling stale food, right? So my thing is always make a small quantity. Start with make a small quantity. Let it be sold out. You got a small profit, but making a small profit is better than going through a loss. At the end of the day, if you have food left over, you may eat it yourself, but that is loss. Business wise, it's a loss. So I gave them ideas. I said, like, do it, like, So this lady, course of conversation, some or the other, talk came about, you know, cooking and this, that, and desserts. And she sent me pictures. And when she used to make, she said she used to sell a few people. And anyhow, it's on a previous video, so no need of repeating myself. So, do it, do your own business. Start something small and do it. It's very good. I see a Filipino wanderer, very young. She's hardly 20, 21 years old. She is, come up the hard life, come up from poverty, became a YouTuber, doing well as a YouTuber. Sorry, doing well as a YouTuber. And, you see their clothes and whatever, their lifestyle, how it starts changing and becoming better. And finally, she opened her own store. She opened a convenience store, a convenience store she opened and all that. And she's running that business now. It's so wonderful. I'm so proud and happy with, people who are enterprising and they do something. Like, I don't even have the finance to open a store myself. I don't have the finance to do that. But she was able to open a convenience store in Philippines and, do it like, she's based in Cebu. So, and that too, she was also doing studies. She was also doing her college, side by side, plus doing the YouTube channel. And also now she started a store. She also does travel because she has a younger brother, sister, and I don't know, some other worker maybe, who can, help to run the store. So she can concentrate on some other things also. But in the beginning I saw, and she made nice kind of uniform with a store name. And so wonderful. I'm so proud of them. Like, just 2021, we at 2021 was still like, some people still wondering what to do, in life and things like that. But it's so nice today to see young people who are, focused nicely, and they are doing something like this. And coincidentally, I think she has somewhere around 3,000 views, 3,000 subscribers, 3,000 plus subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see the subscriptions very often. I just see some of the videos and comment, but something like that. But she helped her cousin to start a video, and her cousin is younger still. She started a video at about 19 or 18, and she's 20 now, or 21 now. And Filipino wanderer. She's about 22 now, maybe. So she helped a cousin, and a cousin has now got 6 plus subscribers, 6,000 plus subscribers. Like, wow, tremendous. And she is doing some marine engineering or marine something course she's doing, and looks very smart in a uniform, like, the white and, all the stripes and all. Looks very smart in a uniform. So so nice. Just at like, she's 2021, and Anne is about 20, 21, 22. So it's so wonderful to see how well they are focused. And through YouTube now, they started with monetization. Then they get a lot of donations. And so they may be using that for their education as well. But let me also say, they have been doing a lot of charity, going to the slum areas, giving food to the slum areas, giving food to the homeless, destitute people, on the street. I've seen both Anne, and I have also seen Junabel, videos, and they show the videos. So they are using also a lot of their donation, giving stationery to people, the school children, stationery items and food also supplies. So I've seen that. I've seen those videos. So they are doing a lot also with the money they get from the donations and all that. They are using it for that. And it's a wonderful thought. It's a wonderful thing. Like, to see how they are doing all these kind of things, like, and charity is something very, I firmly believe, my YouTube earnings will go for charity. Honestly speaking, that is what I'm going to do. Whatever I earn on YouTube, because I won't get a big pension, but whatever I get, I will be able to manage in Southeast Asian country like Thailand, Philippines. I would be able to manage, but Canada, I cannot manage on my pension for sure. And even if I work, my salary, what I will get, I will not manage. So I can manage here on my pension. I don't live a high lifestyle. A simple living for me is good enough. So That is my outlook in life, so I can live. So my YouTube earnings, my YouTube channel, whatever I get donation when I start monetizing, and whatever donations come in, all will go. And what I want to do is see somebody through university, because I know there are many Filipinos. Many, they said, and the YouTubers also said, we couldn't afford, our parents couldn't afford, we cannot afford, so we never went and did education, higher education, up to high school we did. And like in Philippines, you even need to be graduate, I think, for even a cashier's job, or joining any company. You need to be with a high school certificate also. You cannot just have jobs, in Philippines. So education is of value over there, so help somebody, help some children to go through university. I don't know how much I will earn and how much I can afford to pay towards the university fees. And what my earning is not going to be a regular figure, right? But as things increase, I'm sure the revenue will increase as well. Depending on, people still follow you, people still subscribe, people follow your channel, people donate to your channel. So if they still do all those kind of things, then your revenue will increase. But depending on the revenue, I hope it is stable. So at least I know a fixed amount can definitely go off to, and help as many people as I can, help as many people as I can with whatever amount I get. I don't want to sponsor just one full person. uh just telling my sister I am live. Yeah, I may not have the money every month, to be paying the fees, or quarterly to pay the fees, for one particular student, and I don't want to just pay for one. If I was not contributing, how would the student have, find out all background and see somebody who's really needy, so instead of just one student, let them arrange from somewhere else some money, whatever they can, and I will chip in with also a major portion of it, depending what I'm getting, and help at least a couple, one or two children, not just one, help at least somebody else, it's early, my sister's going back to sleep. So she will come on the live stream in the evening. If she's not going anywhere, she will be there on the live stream. She's mostly been coming in the evening. So yes, so that is what, my donations, my YouTube earnings will all go to help. Even in Dubai, when I had my business, Tesol, I had Tesol teaching English to speakers of other languages. 10% of my profit I use for doing charity work. But here, YouTube, I will use everything. Whatever I earn on YouTube will go, because my pension will start some stage or the other. It will start. I'm fighting with the government for that as well. So at some stage or the other, when I get my pension, it's enough for me to manage. It's enough. It should come soon. I'm locked out of the system. I thought I'm going to Canada. I can, call them, but now I cannot. So I have to think of a way and mean what to do. I have to find how to get into the system. I have to beat the system. Find a way. I'm good. I try to, try all sorts of methods and ways. So yeah, I will with mine. I will help some child to get through a college education, university degree. So it doesn't look like there are many this morning. I know in the evenings I get more people. One or two mornings I have got a lot of people. In the morning, mostly I find in the morning, mostly I have got through, other Filipinos. Mostly I've got through them. But in the evening, some evenings nobody, but some evenings I tend to get quite a few on my channel. So it looks like I'll have to wind off soon. Just crossed about 1 hour. So maximum, let's see, I'll wait for another half an hour. I'll wait for another half an hour and see, because sometimes I notice when I start at 10 o'clock, then I get a lot of people coming later on. So like now it's just 10 o'clock. And many times, I have gone off by 10:30, 10:40, and many people have come after that and said, oh, your stream has ended. And, I've noticed they come much later. But I said, let me start early. Like, I need to get a lot of watch hours. So please, share my videos with people. I request you, share my videos with people, on your on your video channel, or with your friends, on your groups, wherever possible. Just share my live stream, share all my videos. Encourage them to just subscribe and to watch and like, and I can get hopefully I can get some more watch hours, like, and reach my monetization target. I'm very far from it. Thankfully, at last, reached 400. I have reached 400, as it showed. It showed yesterday evening and this morning. Every day at 5 o'clock in the evening, it updates. YouTube updates my things. So yesterday morning, now this morning, it showed 403. But I have to reach 3,000, 4,000 watch hours I need, Yesterday, somebody told me 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscriptions. You do not get fully monetized. There are only some things you can monetize, many things you cannot monetize. You cannot do ads or something. I don't know, I don't know about that. But this is something new that YouTube brought in, that some countries can start getting monetized. So maybe that's true. You can start getting monetized, but it will not be the full monetization. So many things they have where you can earn money, so maybe it's not a full monetization. And for the full monetization, you need 1,000 subscribers, and you need 4,000 watch hours. So subscribers are okay. They are fluctuating, in the 800s. It's not really touch 900, 800 to 850. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. I feel sad. Why do people subscribe and then, unsubscribe, and I subscribe. I was looking at my subscriptions, and I've subscribed to so many channels, but they all have not subscribed to me. Like, let it be, let it be. So, uh, so yes, it is that way. I've not had much interaction, no comments. I don't know how many are listening. This also, I don't know the algorithm. On my screen, it shows three people, like, where the symbol is, it shows three people. But when I go to the live chat and I look there, at the number of participants, I see only one person logged in as a participant. Apart from me, there's only one other person logged in over there. So I do not know what that login means, and I do not know what this one means up here on the screen, where it shows the time of my live stream, and it shows a symbol of a person, and it shows three. So I do not know what that three means. If somebody can put it into your comments, and tell me. I try to Google, I don't get the specific information. And for me, like I was saying in one of the videos, some people like to see a video and then, follow. Some people like to read and then they want to follow instructions. Some people like to just hear and listen. That's what I like to. I like to just hear. I like to listen. I like somebody just to tell me, what it is. Of course, if you type it and you send me, then I have to read it, right? I have to read it. But I like somebody who just explains it to me and tells me, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. Then I understand it better. I like it that way. And it's always faster, because you can ask something and you can try it and you can say, okay, 1 minute, let me see, I'm doing this. Okay, but now I'm stuck. Like, what do I do? Where do I go? You can talk to somebody and they can help you. Or if they are with you, they can show you, okay, now you can do this, you can do that. Oh, don't do this. This is not the right way. Somebody with you, then they can explain better. That is what I like. I like somebody talking to me and explaining to me much better than reading, and much better than YouTube, because I notice people put things out there, but they do not put every step. They, suddenly go very fast from one to the other, and leave you there, like, and then they want you to pay a subscription and join their channel and join their packages, and then they will teach you in that package, like, so they're not open with teaching you on the thing, like. So that's okay. That's a business for them, right? That's a kind of business for them to make extra money and use their knowledge, right? What they have got about video channels and YouTube, make their money, like. So that's okay, like, so they want to charge people, so they will not show everything. But many videos I have seen, and they show you, from start to finish. They show you properly, step by step, how it is done. Like, I value those people. So it's worth, like, paying subscription and being on their channel, because they are honest people, not just out for packages and make money like that. So that's something nice, like, because I faced this problem in my company. The lady who was there for 10 years, she just, uh, she used to just make training manuals, and then used to be lost. And then she will curse and say, oh, everything I'm explaining, I tell you how it is, the manual is there, and still you cannot. Till one day I took her to the manager. I said, this is it. I mentioned this before, but I'll just say it again. I said, we get stuck and we do not know how to go, and then she just yells and screams at us and things like that. But that is not right, I said. So I said, I think I can make a better manual. And then my manager, like, told her, you know, even I am a manager, I don't do your work, but if I am asked to do the work, I should be able to pick up the training manual, follow the step by step, and be able to go from start to end and finish, and be successful in doing that. That is how a manual should be to a layman. That's the purpose of the manual. So then she gave me the job. She said, okay, Winston, go ahead. And she said, you being a teacher, I think you will do a better job. So she said, go ahead, uh, prepare the manuals again. So I prepared most of the manuals from scratch, because I took screenshots and all, screenshots of each step and all that also. And I used to, give. And really, the new people that joined, if they followed my manual, they would benefit much more than following what that lady used to had done before. So we scrapped all that and kept only my new manuals. So it was that way. So that's very important, like, very important. You help people show everything. Like, people will do cooking and they'll miss out a couple of ingredients or spices. They will not mention it, like, but cooking is something. I feel like you give the same amount of spice, you give the same method of cooking, and let two people start cooking, and it will taste different. Everything will be the same, the quantity will be the same, the what they use will be the same, the ingredients will be the same, but the taste will be different. I've noticed that, the taste will be different. It's all in the hand. It's all in the hand. So it's that way. So I got good experience from that. That was all new work to me, and that's another thing I always believe in. Like, people ask for experience. You just finish school, you finish college, you have any experience? How will somebody get experience if everybody is asking, oh, we take only experienced people? No, nobody will get a job that way, right? You have to give a chance to somebody. They can always learn the work, and they can always, like, we were two people hired, because they were going from paperwork to online. They were going from paperwork to digital. So all data had to be input into the computer. They had designed a program, and all the data from paper, it had to be put into the this. Now I picked up the work so well, and I was given first a 1 month contract. They thought they would finish, I guess, or they want to see also how the person works. I was given a 1 month contract. After that, I was given a 2 month contract. After that, I was asked if you can take up a 6 month contract. So I gave up my job at Walmart as a cashier. I had very few hours. I gave that up, and I joined here. And then within the year, I was made permanent. And there were two other people in my department. One was my wife, and one somebody else who was working there much before me, and the other Jamaican girl working much before my wife a year. And yet I was given the permanent job. If I don't take it, nobody gets it. I don't know why. So, I even got permanent there. Whereas this other guy, he was for 1 month, then he got extended for 2 months, and then he was out. Like, and then I was only the only one who was still carrying on, and I got my 6 months contract. So, I proved myself, right? I proved myself that I am capable of learning the work, and I'm capable of doing it. I'm capable of resolving issues and problems, like, and that was it. Like, there was a finance of 3 million, there was a backlog of 3 million Canadian dollars, like, and machinery was sold to people. Machinery was sold to people, and they were given like warranties. They were given, because I was in the warranty department. They were given warranties on the equipment, but there was no record of money collected from them. The warranty fees, or whatever it is, like, there was nothing, and there was an outstanding balance of 3,000, and the head office is in the US. So US was always asking about that 3,000, 3 million, sorry, 3 million deficit, like, and believe me, that lady also working for 10 years, she was doing it, then she passed it on to somebody else. But she at least had a little more knowledge. The other person was making a mess of things. Then that other person went on long-term leave, medical. She was something sick with her. And I was given the job to do it, you know. And this lady again, not showing so much. So much I learned on my own. And I told my manager I cannot manage all my other work as well. So I was taken off the phones, and then I was doing another financial report, like, for all the warranty that come in daily and things like that. I was doing a report, and I have to do that as a daily report, like, so it's coming in from all over Canada, like, the information is coming from all over Canada, and I had to do the costing, costing for that, the cost and close. So no background knowledge in accounts, only in school, but not worked in accounts or something. But yes, I was doing this costing and all that. I learned the system. Whenever I got into a problem, that lady, was offhandish in helping out. But I learned on my own. I used to call the US, call them on the phone and speak to them and ask them, I'm stuck here. What should I do? How should I do? Where can I go? Like, and then I made my own manual about that, my own manual. And in my manual also, I included, like, if you get stuck, if you have this problem, because whatever problems I faced in the system, sometime whatever problems I face, I even put that into the manual. So if somebody faces a problem and they say, oh, this is the problem, let me look at the manual. If I have this problem, then I press an F6 and I can go back again and I can start from there, or I press an F9, and those kind of things. That's the first time in my life I use so many of the F keys. Before, I don't know what are the F keys for, but of course, the F keys were programmed according to what app they were using, right? According to what program they were using in the company. So the F keys were that. So it's not going to work. The same F key is not going to do the same thing for everybody, I guess. So, but I, started using all those F keys. There's so much, so many of them for in the system, like, F6, F10, F8. So many I was using, like, F9. So I got used to it, like, about that. So I put all that into the manual, like, so people would, not have a problem. And then when I was asked to leave the company, they were downsizing. A lady for 10 years had left long ago. My wife had stopped working because she couldn't work any longer. And, physically she couldn't work any longer because of her sickness. And I was 4.5 years in the department, so they knocked me out first. So it's okay. And my manager, she had gone on long sick leave, and then she had gone off, and a supervisor was appointed, and we were at loggerheads. She did not like me, so she got rid of me. You would keep somebody only 4.5 years, but you would keep somebody experienced to help the others, like, new people coming. But no, she just got rid of me, so that was okay. But yes, so my I guess my teaching background also helped me a lot in speaking to customers, training them, helping them. So I guess it helped a lot, like, so I'm happy about that I was able to help a lot of people, like, no interaction for a long time, so I do not know what. I'll be on for another 10 minutes, and if nobody is around, no comments coming in, then in another 10 minutes, I will end the live stream. I don't want to just keep hanging around if nobody is here, like, correct? Correct. They may come later on, it doesn't matter. They can always watch my replay, right? So, yeah, that's the thing, like, So property is something good, but I wonder. I think this thing. Put into your comments. I like what I heard. Invest in yourself, and I explained in my earlier. I explained what it means by investing in yourself. So whoever this person I saw on a video, and that person said, like, first thing is, whatever money you want, you can invest in yourself, and gave the example of 800 US dollars and how to invest it in yourself. So, like, I invested a lot in education, right? But education is only getting degrees, right? Education is getting degrees. Many times I thought of investing in a computer course, but the trouble with a computer course, what happens? Basic is okay, but computer is changing. The computer world is changing day by day, minute by hour, minute by minute. The computer world is changing. So because the computer world is changing so fast, what you learn today, next year might be obsolete, right? Next year it might be obsolete. So you need to learn something basic, something which is going to run long time. So, like, yes, designing a website now, also website is so easy with so many tools, so many ready-made tools available where you can do ready-made, you can do it yourself. You don't need somebody else to design. But when you get more infrastructure and better tools to use, you can design a better website. I have a website. I designed it myself. Then my son-in-law helped me later on because he spoke about WordPress and I do not know anything about it. So he used WordPress and he developed my website a little bit. It's not looking grand. It's not looking very professional still, but it's okay. It's still there. That also, I pay my dues and everything, but still sometimes I find the website is not working and I do not get like proper help, like from iPage and WordPress and all. I do not get proper help to rectify that situation. iPage did help me recently and then said something about I needed to install me new drivers and something like that. And finally I got this, but then when I sent the link out to others, they said they cannot still access it. Now, I've not been able to find that chat and get back into that chat, where I did it with those people. There was nothing also for, normally after a chat, you can email the chat out to you. That way I would have had a record, but there is no record of that because there was nothing to download the chat. So I don't know. I've been trying to get into the iPage chat again. I've not been successful, but I hope to do that, and I hope I get that same person. If I get the chat, I can get that person's name, and ask for that person because they kind of know each other and they get that same person back again. Yes, Pita, thank you. I know you are resting and you may drop off to sleep now and then or whatever, but thank you. And I know you are all tucked up in bed, resting and covered up and all that. So typing is difficult, but thank you, Pita, still being there. Thank you at least for telling me. So, I mentioned, I don't know if you heard, but I mentioned about, investing in yourself and what is meant by investing in yourself. So, let's see if I find something that is cheaper and I can afford to do that, then yes, I would want to do it. And I'm quite interested in web designing because I want to design a proper web. I want to find out where I can get a proper website from. Now I just Google and see, and it doesn't really work out well for you, like, so I want to go more professional and have a nice professional website. Then I can also use that knowledge, perhaps I can use that knowledge also for YouTube videos, and channel. I know I need to buy a lot of accessories. Lighting is a very important factor. Even in the previous condo where I was staying, the lighting was not, there was a lot of light coming into the room, but where I could do a recording from, the lighting was not very good. I did not start it at that time. But now, like, my white lighting is even worse and I've started the YouTube, But it's just that I had kept a deadline. I kept deadline for myself. Though I regret now, I should have started YouTube to build up my watch hours. But I was saying, let me first build up subscription, then build up watch hours. Because I thought if I have subs, then many are going to be watching, right? But I've got subs, I've developed my subs, but still I'm not having that many people, watching. So everybody said do live stream because live stream you can earn a lot of watch hours. And really, my watch hours in my live stream is much better. Like for uh 7, 8 months of videos, for 7 8 months of videos, I've got only 200 something watch hours. Okay, 200 and something watch hours. And yet in just 3 weeks of live stream, 3 weeks of live stream, I've got over 100. So look at the difference, like in 7 8 months you get like 200 plus, and in 3 weeks you get like 100 plus. Like what a big difference, So they said do live stream, and that is why I'm doing live stream. It's a bit too much to do morning and evening, and then how are people going to be sparing time just for your channel every day. you know they cannot spare time for morning and evening. People have other work to do as well. But I'm happy there are some that are coming regularly on my channel, and mostly in the evening. And Pita is one person who's always there on my channel. My sister, it is sleeping time for her, and she likes to get up late, she is now retired. So you know she likes to take life easy with that way. So if she has to get up early to cook or market or something, then she gets up. But otherwise, she likes to. She goes to bed a little late, so she gets up late. So sometimes she gets up, for a pee break or something. Then she comes on my live in the morning. But most of the time, like she wants to, like today, she said she wants to go back to sleep, and it's okay. And I know in the evening, if she's not going anywhere, she will come on my live stream. So I get some I get some regularly popping in and out, popping in and out. So that is okay. Other YouTubers, like I'm so much less on other YouTubers now, but I make the time. I make the time. Like yesterday, I was on Maya's live stream, and I was on much before I came to my live stream. I was on Maya's. So even during my live stream, I kept Maya's recording on, during my live stream. And the day before that was Rosemary. Rosemary, I was watching her from early morning. Early morning I was watching her. So I kept her live stream on. And then when my live stream started, I kept her on, and she did about some 6 hours of live stream. So I had it on, so I was one throughout from almost beginning to end. Like when I came on, it was just few minutes, and right till the end, I stayed on. And Maya, of course, I came in very few minutes later. Saw her on live stream, and then when I started my live stream, it was about 40 minutes already into her stream. But then I or more, and then I kept her on till she went off. So on my phone I keep a YouTube video or live stream on, and on my laptop I mute that. That's the only thing, I mute it. But now and then I go in and I make comments. I make comments now and then to show that I'm still active. I'm still over there as well, and I don't log off. I keep it on. So that is how it is. So I appreciate all those who pass by, even if they pass by and stay for a short time, because I see the average video duration, and so it's quite okay. As long as I appreciate, like I use the term, every tiny drop of water makes the ocean, right? Every tiny drop of water makes the ocean. So every few minutes of watch hours make the hour. So I am happy. I'm grateful for any. I don't know. I've had two live streams. I had people on that live stream, but it is showing zero watch hours. And this is long ago. Long ago means I started live stream now. I've not yet crossed my 365 days. Okay. Because they count only within the last 365 days. I've not crossed that. But my live stream I've just started now this month, and yet I had people on my live stream. I had people chatting, interacting, but two videos of mine are showing 0 hours. Why is live stream doing that? I have no idea. They have not sent me any email that something was discussed on my live stream, or it needs to be banned, or I don't know, whatever is their algorithm. But to end up with zero watch hours, I think that is something unreasonable. So I do not know why. But anyhow, what can I do? Who can I ask, right? Let it be. Whatever YouTube is to give me, I need to be grateful that my other YouTube, I had to charge my laptop, sorry. So I have to be thankful. I have to be grateful that at least I've got, at least I've got, 2 200 characters. I thought they were allowing 100 characters for comments. Okay, 200 characters for comments. Okay, that's good. On the channel description, video description, it is 100 characters. So I thought, I thought here, sorry, I thought here also it is 100, but no, now I am suddenly realizing it is 200 characters here. Okay, that's good. So yeah, so that is how it is. Pita, I'm almost coming. I'm almost on 1.5 hours, so I will be logging off. Okay, so you can sleep, you can rest, you can go off to sleep or whatever. Thank you really very much, Pita, for staying on my channel all the time. That's what will help me to get a little better watch hours. And yeah, I must thank you so much. It's already 1.5 hours, so let me just put in a thank you note, and then I will log off. So thanks to all who could pass by and stay as long as you could on my channel. Typing is pretty fast, right? Stay on my channel. Uh, I look I look forward to you being on my live live stream. Let me put short form ls. It will save on characters, right? Instead of live stream, I put ls. So thank you for being on my ls. Hope you will be on my ls this evening. Hope you will be at my live at 5 p.m. uh, Indo Indo China time today. Okay, so thanks to all who could pass by and stay as long as you could on my channel. I look forward to you being on my live stream. Uh, on my live stream at 5 p.m. Indo-China time today. Okay, so let's post that. Let me replace it in my pin message. Okay, replace that. So thank you, Pita, once again. Thank you for everyone that was on my channel. Thank you for being over here. I have a lot of things to check. I have to see my certification to get it photocopied. If successful, I think I make a quick trip and then come back again. So let me see how things go. So bye to everyone. Um, uh, love you all and God bless. Okay, take care.